On March 25 to 27, 1951, China Tea Company published advertisements on the front page of the People's Daily for 3 consecutive days, and ultimately the Red 8 Middle Green Tea plan stood out. In the same year, the Zhongcha trademark was preliminarily approved by the Central Private Enterprise Bureau, and at the same time, Zhongcha Company promoted the use of the Zhongcha trademark in Zhongcha System Company. The Zhongcha trademark has 8 Chinese characters around it, including one Chinese character for tea. In the early days, the cotton paper of round tea was of a single color, with the characters, middle, and tea, both in red. Later, due to the unified requirements of the headquarters, standardized tea packaging was required. The printing method has been changed, using a cover plate machine for printing. The packaging paper is printed in 2 stages, with the first stage printing the red part and the second stage printing the green tea character in the middle. However, due to the mixing of pigments and the passage of time, pigments will undergo certain oxidation, turning yellow. Additionally, due to the intensity and oxidation of the 4-color scheme, blue will be formed. Therefore, the tea products produced by the Chinese tea series from 1952 to 1972 are generally referred to as printing grade tea or printing grade tea in the market. So there are 3 types of Indian tea: red, yellow, blue, and green. In the book, Yunnan Tea Import and Export Company Chronicle, it is recorded that, in 1955, the headquarters instructed to carry out the purchase of wild tea and large tree tea to supplement the national tea supply. After the central government allowed the picking of coarse old tea and wild tea in 1955, the production increased sharply. In 1955, it happened to be a critical period for the development of Indian grade tea. In a press release titled, "The Restoration of Production in Many Desolate Old Tea Gardens in Yunnan Province," published by Xinhua News Agency on March 15, 1956, it was stated that more than 80% of the abandoned old tea gardens on the Jiangxi Bank and 60% on the east bank of Lansang have been restored to production in Zhishuangbana Dai Autonomous Prefecture, Yunnan Province. In history, the raw materials for Indian grade tea were mainly from ecologically sound and barren old tea gardens, including large tree tea and wild tea. Nowadays, with the deepening of research on pu'er tea, wild tea is no longer used as a raw material for tea making in products. Similarly, more standardized and scientifically managed large and ancient tree materials have become alternative raw materials for products. This not only ensures the quality of pu'er tea, but also ensures the health of tea drinkers through technological means. Green seal, a mark in the history of pu'er tea, accumulates history and accompanies the inheritance of techniques to this day. Picked from the Green Mountain, after 4 seasons and full of time, the essence of tea tree condenses on 1 bud and 2 leaves, supplemented by the inheritance technology of pu'er tea, which is initially made by spreading and airing, green removing, rolling and other processes, and finally presented in front of us by high-temperature steaming and pressing into cakes and other processes. Cover it with cotton paper, leaving only 1 trademark with 8 red characters surrounding the green tea characters. The Red 8 Middle Schools, with the characters red in the outer 8 middle schools and green in the inner tea, carry the grand wish of selling Chinese tea in all directions. Zhongcha green engraved round tea. The flourishing energy of time. The greenery of mountains and rivers lies in the lush nature. Ban Zhangyi and Wu, each mountain has its own greenery. The green of plants and trees lies in their lush vitality, pure simplicity, and the emerald color of each tree. The green color of Qingbing lies in its sweet and lively texture, exquisite craftsmanship, and the jade quality of each leaf. Searching for a unique style in the wilderness, the green cake embodies the flavor, and the green seal preserves the truth. Creating classic masterpieces through inheritance, dedicating oneself to tea making, and preserving gold through green printing.